The 2024 election has left many Arab Americans in many key battleground states. They're now reeling with regret. You see, they were frustrated because the Biden administration supported Israel. So, as a result, they went and protested, and many of them voted for Donald Trump or threw their votes away on a third party, and some of them just didn't vote for president at all. And now they're seeing that their decision has worsened their situation for the Palestinians.
What was the perception that you thought Donald Trump will be doing?
So as Donald Trump told us he will stop the war, but now he's putting people in office that are with the war.
President-elect Trump won the state of Michigan by about 80,000 votes. In the majority Arab American city of Dearborn, Trump won with 42% of the vote, while Vice President Harris only received 36%. Jill Stein, the Green Party protest choice of many anti-war voters, got 18% of the vote here.
Now, to understand the context, let's look at history. Jewish people lived in what is now Israel and Palestine thousands of years ago. After being displaced by the Roman Empire, they spread out across the world in around 70 CE. So over centuries, they faced persecution as they moved around, and even the Holocaust that happened in World War II, that took 6 million Jewish people's lives. It led to a global push to help the Jewish people and to send them back to what had once been their homeland in Palestine. But by that time, other people had been living there for generations and thousands of years. So in 1948, Israel declared independence, but the Palestinians, who had lived there for centuries, they were then displaced in large numbers during the conflict. So then there was a lot of tension over land and sovereignty, with the Jews saying it was theirs and the Palestinians saying, hey, this is our land. So let's fast forward to October of 2023. Hamas, a militant group governing Gaza, it launched a deadly attack on Israel. It took over 1,200 people's lives. Israel responded with massive airstrikes in Gaza, and most of the world was behind them. It did take the lives of tens of thousands of Palestinians. Now, Hamas doesn't represent all Palestinians, but their actions are for Palestinians, and Hamas members are Palestinians, but they are a terrorist group. Now, the Biden-Harris administration, they backed Israel, and anybody would when you saw the things that they did by putting babies into microwave, Israeli babies or Jewish babies into microwaves. They essayed young women, uh, took their lives by essaying them, cut off people's limbs, and they went to a peaceful concert of Israeli people and went in and just went on a massacre. So obviously, many people were behind Israel striking back at Hamas. But because they are Palestinians, they go and hide amongst the Palestinian civilians. And many say that the civilians are hiding them and covering them, which is the reason that so many times that Israel will bomb and the members of Hamas will be in a school with Palestinian school children or in a hospital. So now this really has hit the fan. And let me tell you why it's hit the fan. Because now, because they didn't vote for Kamala Harris, they went against the Democratic Party, Trump has won. And now he has nominated Mike Huckabee as ambassador to Israel. And let's hear what Mike Huckabee thinks of the Palestinians.
No way to say, oh, well, let's talk about both sides. That argument has gone completely away. It's now time to talk about completely eradicating Hamas, giving Israel a right of security and safety, stop the nonsense about two-state solution. Never going to happen, never should happen. And let's look towards some real solutions. But what they really start with is stopping Iran from bankrolling these animals.
So, needless to say, many Palestinian sympathizers, they are seeing now that you F around and you find out. Now they're starting to see, because with the Biden-Harris administration, there was some sympathy, some empathy, and the Biden-Harris administration wanted to come up with a way that both parties could have their own land, the Jewish people, the Palestinians, or the Israelis and the Palestinians, to be able to have their own separate land. And now, because of them, because of those who turned their backs on the very people that would have helped them, now they have a man in place that is going to do everything that he can to make sure that Palestinians, well, we could be seeing another genocide.
You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that